Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. It can sometimes feel like life is pulling you in a million different directions. Maybe you've even tried to prioritize, but obligations and to-dos still feel overwhelming and stressful. Daily non-negotiables are truly the answer to help you feel grounded, to feel productive, and to feel taken care of on a daily basis. These tiny habits are like a placeholder for what's most important to you in your life, so you don't get overtaken by the hustle and bustle of life. And my daily non-negotiable habits help me put intentional living on autopilot. So let me ask you a question. Are you living life, or is life living you? Today, I'll be sharing my 14 daily non-negotiable and tiny habits that have changed my life for the better. I hope these inspire you to implement your own non-negotiable habits, and perhaps you can view these tiny habits as the building blocks to an intentional life and lean fully into living your life on purpose, boo. So let's jump in. 1. Success loves company. Have you ever heard that old adage that misery loves company? Well, the good news is that it works in reverse as well. And it's not only true about people, it's true about everything, including how we start our day. And you've likely seen evidence of this in your own life. Have you ever had a morning that started off rough and the whole day seemed to be getting worse, like a domino effect? Similarly, you probably had those mornings that the birds are singing and you feel motivated and that energy just follows you throughout the day. If you can start your day with tiny little habits that breed happiness, motivation, and wellness, you're gonna naturally attract more of that within your entire day. So here are some ridiculously easy habits that will help you start your day off right. The first one is to get the worm. Waking up early, especially being a mom, is a game changer. For me, not only does the early bird get the worm, but she gets time to herself to maintain her sanity, actually. It's so much of a non-negotiable for me that even if my toddler wakes up early, I send her little butt right back to bed until her green hatch light comes on, which is around 6:30. This is my time for me in the morning. This is my time to get my spirit and my mind right before I have to answer to others. And it helps me start the day on the right foot. And amongst other things that I do in that time in the morning, part of my non-negotiable habits in that morning time is to check my planner. Starting my day by checking my planner lets me start the day with intentionality of what I have decided beforehand and not just by my mood. So I can think about what I've laid out, what I've time blocked. I can get an idea of what my day is going to look like. It reduces stress. It helps me be more productive. And I also suggest making a habit out of looking at your planner frequently throughout the day. In the Mod Ambition planner, you can set out your priorities and your intention for the day. You also have your goals in there that you can refer to. So it really helps you start off your day on the right foot. And then if you look at it throughout the day, it helps you keep on track with what you've set out for yourself. Another non-negotiable for me is to start the day with a completed task. And for me, that task is making my bed. It gives me a sense of pride for accomplishing it. So you start off with that feeling and attract more of that. And it also gives you a spark of joy throughout your day as you pass by your room and your bed is made. It just gives you a little boost of happiness. Another non-negotiable habit that I have to set my day off right is to set my intention for the day. Like I said, I do this in my Mod Ambition planner, which is so helpful. Wayne Dyer said, when you're connected to the power of intention, everywhere you go and everyone you meet is affected by you and the energy that you radiate. As you become the power of intention, you'll see your dreams being fulfilled almost magically, and you'll see yourself creating huge ripples of energy fields of others by your presence and nothing more. And like I said, in the Mod Ambition planner, this is built into the daily planning pages, so you don't even have to think about it, and it's just part of your everyday system. Next, as a part of setting your day off right, is to get more done by doing less. Another non-negotiable habit that is infused into the Mod Ambition planner is setting my daily priorities. More importantly, set priorities for your day based on the goals that you have for yourself, and you'll find that you'll be more focused, and therefore you're going to be able to get more done by actually doing less. 2 is to build on your strong morning foundation. My next group of habits actually help me capitalize on the momentum I built in the morning. These productivity habits really help me make the most of my day, my time, and my energy. The first one is to give your brain a break. As a neuropsychologist, I'm actually aware that as we work, our brain fatigues, it gets tired, especially our prefrontal cortex that's responsible for decision making, concentrating, resisting impulses, things like that. And according to an article from the University of North Carolina, for this reason, while it may seem counterintuitive, taking regular breaks can actually help you be more productive than working without stopping. Effective breaks can help to reduce your stress levels so that you're ready to refocus when you return to work. Taking breaks while studying can even improve recall. So I like to use the Pomodoro method, and my breaks are truly non-negotiable. Not only do they help me be more productive when I return to working, but they're crucial for my mental health. And bonus points if you go outside in nature for your break, because that's going to add to your mental health benefits. Next, this one is for my neurodivergent queens out there. If you aren't using a physical visual timer, you're actually really missing out. So I want you to avoid phone timers when you're working, because trust me, you're gonna magically end up on social media. But I do want you to use like a visual timer that you can set for different tasks. Think about how long you want it to take you, set the timer so that you can see the time counting down. It's gonna help you be more productive, especially if you're neurodivergent. And for me, this is a non-negotiable habit, not only when I'm working, but when I'm cleaning or when I'm even doing things with my kids, because it helps me just save more time and stay on track, and to remember not to go into my perfectionist ways, and to really just do good enough is good enough. Using batch days in my schedule is really a no-brainer for me. So I use a combination of task batching and time blocking in my schedule. And you probably know that the most energy to do a task is actually the getting started, the initiation. So if you can avoid restarting similar tasks on different occasions and instead do them all together and only have to start once, it's going to save you time and energy. Batch your work and do time blocking. The next building block for living an intentional life are habits that help you enjoy your environment. So these are tidy habits, as I like to say, that are going to help you say goodbye to overwhelm and overstimulation and hello to peace and tranquility. The first non-negotiable tidy habit that I have is don't put it down, put it away. So instead of having to go back and clean up after yourself, you kind of clean as you go, if you think about that. Or instead of putting things down where they don't go, just put it where it goes. And that, I guess, goes with the habit of everything has a home. So think Marie Kondo, everything has a place that it goes. I also, along those lines, have clutter checks throughout my day and a cleaning routine as part of my non-negotiable habits that just keep my house. It's not perfectly clean all the time, but it doesn't have clutter. It feels good when I walk around. I'm proud of my home. I can have people over whenever I want. And this helps me just feel peaceful and tranquil. Another non-negotiable tidy habit that I have that keeps me tranquil and peaceful is a clean sink, shiny sink at night. This is probably, you've heard of it from the Fly Lady system. And basically at the end of the night, after we clean up after dinner and all those things and clean up the kitchen, I like to clean out my sink, and that way when I come down in the morning, my kitchen is nice and clean. The sink in particular is clean, which kind of sets the tone and is like a domino effect for everything else to be clean. Helps me just keep things tidy, and it's a really easy, small habit that propels itself into different areas of my life, in particular, different areas of my home as well. The fourth building block for a fabulously intentional life are mindset habits that are going to help you keep on track with your values, stay on track with your intentions and your desires. And you can think of these non-negotiable mindset habits as the engine keeping the train going, because without these mindset habits, all the rest are kind of moot. The first non-negotiable for me is staying present. So in every day of my life, I have some sort of mindfulness habit that I keep up with. I either do mindfulness in my shower, which is kind of just ingrained in me now. It's so habitual. I practice mindfulness in my shower, prayer and meditation, trying to stay present throughout the day. If I find myself ruminating, I always like to bring myself back to the present moment as a habit, because if you're ruminating about the past or you're worrying about the future, you're not in the present moment. So the moment that you bring yourself into that, you automatically are fighting off things like depression and anxiety, those kinds of things. And you get bonus points if you can do a gratitude practice, because gratitude in and of itself has been shown to make us just happier overall. Another non-negotiable mindset habit I have is to do some form of self-reflection each day. So whether that's journaling, goal tracking, so tracking my goals, meditation, prayer, any therapy. So I go to therapy every 2 weeks now, reflecting on my wins and losses. I do that on a weekly basis. I also do that monthly and quarterly. So self-reflection is a big piece of what keeps me sane. It's infused into the motivation planner, and you can use other techniques like journaling or talking to a friend, talking to your higher power as well. But just having a way to reflect on your journey and how things are going for you in life and things that you want to improve upon, or just lessons that you're learning is just valuable for your mindset. Another non-negotiable mindset habit for me is challenging negative thoughts. You may know that I wrote a book on self-compassion. This is a big piece of that. It's just challenging any inner critic, challenging any pessimistic thoughts, just really making sure that you don't over-identify with your thoughts, remembering that they're not necessarily facts, and even if they are, they may not always be helpful to be thinking about, and really staying in tune with you are not your thoughts, not identifying as your thoughts. You are the person experiencing your thoughts and kind of detaching from them in a way that you're able to check the negative ones. So like check yourself before you wreck yourself, if you will. And that helps me just keep my mindset from going in overboard in any negative direction. And then another mindset habit that really is non-negotiable for me, because it's a form of self-care, is reading. Right now I'm reading The Covenant of Water. I'm really trying to get in the habit of reading more pleasurable books and not just like self-help or business books, those kinds of things. So reading each night is also helpful for me. It helps me go to sleep as well. And reading helps me just grow as a person. And it's really a non-negotiable that I enjoy every day. So that's definitely part of my mindset non-negotiables. Okay, now these habits are certainly the building blocks of intentional living, but if you want to put them on autopilot, you're going to need to implement them into a daily routine, so you don't really have to think about them. They're just automatic, which is why I teed up a video I did for you on routines to change your life for the better for you to watch next. I'm wishing you joy as you build your beautiful intentional life, and until next time, cheers to planning, manifesting, and enjoying your dream life. Namaste.